Yesterday, I went up to Hanley, where the keys to Bethesda Chapel were being handed from the Friends of Bethesda to Reform Heritage. They held an open day, and later on that day I gave a talk about windmills of Stoke-on-Trent to the Archaeological Society at the Potteries Museum. My work often takes me to Hanley. I'll pop into Bottlecraft in Piccadilly, visit the museum, or we like to, go and see a show at the Regent. But lately, all I seem to see online is negativity about Hanley, and it really isn't helping the place. I was talking to BBC Radio Stoke the other day, as were others, about how Hanley is nowhere near as bad as some of our so-called local media make out. You got to remember that negativity and clickbait make money, but they don't help our city. So I decided to take a walk through Hanley, Saturday the 11th of October between 1:30 and 2:30pm, and film what it's actually like. If you go by what you read online or watch on YouTube, you'd think that every single shop in Hanley was boarded up and that the place was a ghost town full of trouble. But that's just not true. Yes, a lot of the big brands have moved out, and yes, there are empty shops. But do you know what else is happening? The independent shops are coming back. The Potteries Centre is working hard to bring businesses in, lower parking costs, and make it a safer, more welcoming place. We've got places like Keep It Local, selling the work of over 200 local makers. There are brilliant food and drink spots that aren't just national chains. And Hanley Market is still packed with independent traders where you can buy proper, affordable meat, veg and groceries. It's so easy to be negative about Hanley because of what you read online. And I'm not sugarcoating it. There is a lot that needs improving. But we've got to remember, Hanley isn't really a city centre. It's just another town that's been marketed that way, and it deserves our support. The businesses there are working hard to make things better, but the constant stream of nasty clickbait and videos are literally taking food off their families' tables. How many of you watching this video have avoided Hanley in the last few years because of something that you've read online? How many of you know that Wetherspoons have invested heavily in maintaining their Grade 2 listed building, or that they use local suppliers for their ceramics? How many of you know how many businesses have opened in the last few years in Hanley? Because it's not talked about. It's only ever shown online the ones that are closing. How many of you come into the market and talk to the market stall holders? How many of you walk around Hanley every week and talk to the shop owners and see what they think about the area that they're working in? Every town and city centre is struggling. You can't sit and complain that the high street is dead while you're ordering online and having your supermarket shop delivered to your door. Hanley is never going to be what it was when we were younger, but even then it wasn't perfect. I'm 38 years old, and when I was younger, we used to meet at the Blue Clock and we'd go all around Hanley. We'd go to places like HMV. Now I look back at HMV as a good thing, but what HMV actually did is close down all of the record shops. But now all of those big businesses are going. HMV, it's come full circle, and now the record shops are thriving. We've actually had new record shops open up in Stoke-on-Trent in the last year. The same goes for bookshops. We've lost so many when the big chains took over, but now the big chains are disappearing again, and we've got independent gems like Valika Books, where you can browse, order in, sit with a coffee, and know that your money is staying in the local economy, supporting local people. Hanley is what we make it. It really is that simple. If you want it to be a ghost town, then just keep moaning. Keep scrolling past the good news, keep sharing the negative headlines, and keep telling everyone how bad it is. Because every time we do that, we feed the very thing that's holding us back. But if you actually want to see Hanley thrive again, then it starts with us, with where we choose to spend our time and where we choose to spend our money. And yes, Hanley has problems. There's empty shops, there's people struggling, and there's things that need fixing. But what town doesn't have those challenges right now? Across the country, every high street is fighting the same battle. Online shopping, rising costs, changing habits, they've all taken the toll. But in Hanley, something different is beginning to stir. Behind those boarded up fronts, there's people with ideas, creators, artists and small business owners who believe that the city is good enough for them to invest their time and energy and passion and money into rebuilding it. In the market and the arcades and the back streets, you'll find them, making, selling, chatting, and trying their best to bring life back into the place. The Potteries Centre is working to fill its units again, to bring in fresh local businesses. The city centre bid is putting on events, trying to bring people together. There's new bars, cafes, independent shops opening, each one taking a risk because they believe that this city is worth it. And it is worth it. You can't complain that Hanley's dead while shopping online, or that there's nothing to do when you never go out and see what's on. There's galleries to explore, museums to visit, plays to watch, gigs to enjoy, exhibitions and festivals that need support to keep going. Hanley might never be what it was 20 or 30 years ago, and that's fine, because it doesn't need to be. The world has changed, and so has the city, and what we have now is a chance to create something new, something more real and more rooted in who we are today. So go up, Hanley, support the businesses that are open, and please stop feeding the negativity, stop sharing the clickbait. Hanley is still ours, it's still the heart of the Potteries. It's a little rough around the edges, sure, but so are most of us. And that's what makes it real. Visit the market, have a drink, eat local, see a show, look around you, and please stop reading Stoke-on-Trent Live. If you want to find out about the good things that are happening across our city and across the county, then make sure you're following the Staffordshire Signal. Thanks for watching.